Hey, race fans, are you infected with the sickness? Are you a raceaholic? Do you love racing? Oh, you more than love it. You're downright addicted to it. Oh, okay. So you eat, sleep, and breathe racing, whether it's dirt track racing, drag racing, road course, or off-road, motorcycles, trucks, sprint cars, stock cars, Formula One, or lawnmowers. Doesn't matter the shape or size? Oh, okay. Well, if you live to race or live for the next chance to sit in those stands, smell those fumes, hear those sounds, and witness the amazing acts of bravery and skill from your local heroes, well, guess what, my friends? You are a raceaholic. Wear your addiction with pride. Get on over to raceaholic.net and get your t-shirts, hoodies, hats, decals, license plates, and a lot of other cool stuff, and prove to the world that you are a raceaholic.
From the Raceaholic Racewear Studios in beautiful Gainesville, Florida, it's the Raceaholic Racewear Grassroots Spotlight. Now, here are your hosts, Josh Bolden and Dirty Dan Smith.
All right, and here we are on the Raceaholic Racewear Grassroots Spotlight. Josh, man, I'll tell you what, this guest lineup tonight, it's going to be something else. But man, we got to get into these guests. Why don't you let everybody out there know who we got on the phone with us?
We got Wyatt Van Wart on the phone with us right now.
Wyatt, how you doing tonight, man?
Good, you?
Doing all right. You're up there in the cold territory, aren't you? Up there in Cambridge, Ontario, Canada?
Yeah, only in the winter.
Yeah. What's the temperature? I got a silly question. What is the temperatures like up there right now?
It's actually nice and warm out right now.
What do you consider warm, Wyatt?
I don't really pay attention to temperatures. As long as the sun's out, I don't care.
Yeah,
as long as there's no rain, I grace.
Rain, that's definite. I was just curious. I'm down here in Gainesville, Florida, so down here in the Raceaholic Racewear Studios, so we don't get to see that snow down here. I kind of miss it. But anyway, Wyatt, as we established, you're up here in Canada, and you race a division of car called the Thunder Sox at Oshwegan Speedway. What's those cars all about, man?
Well, the Thunderstocks are just your basic V8 Camaro or Monte Carlo. Right now, it's mostly the Camaros that dominate the sport. It's from around 70s to 80s, and it's just basic V8 cars.
Are they tube frame chassis and things like that?
Sorry?
Are they tube frame chassis and things like that?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Now you've had a pretty good year up there this year. You was just telling us that you finished third in the 2012 Thunderstock points up there, man. But you got a slew of top 10 finishes. Josh, what's his stats on the season up there?
He's got 10 top 5s and 12 top 10s.
Wow, 25 top 10s with 2 wins. Now, Wyatt, you're running up there at Oshwegan Speedway. That's a pretty nice track. I've actually wanted to go up there and run a little mod light up there last year and never made it up there. But you got any rivals or anything up there in them Thunderstocks?
Usually everyone's pretty good, but there's a few guys, that I don't exactly see eye to eye with.
Care to elaborate on that?
Well, there's this one race where I got hooked up with somebody else, and he blamed me for the whole thing and tried to get me disqualified. I don't know who the guy is, but now if I'm going by him, I don't give him any room whatsoever.
No, that's beautiful short track racing, that's for sure. I'll tell you what, the Oshwegan Speedway, it's a beautiful track. What's it like to run on that track? I've only seen it in video, obviously, but it looks like a nice, wide, smooth track. Is that what it is up there?
Oh, yeah, it is beautiful. He just had the track redone, so it's perfect around the corners. You can get to 6 wide.
Wow.
And, yeah.
Now, what's the surface usually like up there? Is it a dry, slick surface, or is there a lot of moisture in the track? Or, I know it varies, but what seems to be the normal deal up there?
Well, usually it's a nice, sticky, tacky track. But this year it's been a little bit hot, so it's been drying up really quickly.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Is there a lot of clay? Go ahead.
Yeah, it's clay. The car likes it when it's dry, but I don't.
You don't. Now that it leads into an interesting point there, Wyatt. So you're one of those drivers that like the heavy sticky tracks over the dry slicks. I kind of like the dry slicks myself, but why is it that you like the heavy tracks over the dry slick tracks?
Well, because I like to run the middle of the track, and usually that's where it gets worn out the most. Mm-hmm. So by the time I go around the corner, my rear end's kicking out on me, and all I'm really relying on is straightaway speed to keep up with everybody. Right.
Well, now what kind of you said you run V8s in that? What kind of V8 motors you running in those cars? Are they just small block Chevys or?
Yeah, just a crate engine 602.
Okay, 602 crate engines. So
yeah.
That's a lot. That's pretty much. What kind of horsepower is that pumping out?
I think it was rated for around 380 something.
Okay, so those cars are a lot like our crate late models down here in Indiana, Josh.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't you run the 604s? Or?
Yeah, they run. Some guys run the 602s. Primarily the 604 is what you want, but some guys around here run in the Indiana late model series run the 602s also. But that's very comparable to what they're running down here. Now, suspension wise on these Thunderstocks, what are you guys allowed to do to them, and what are you not allowed to do to them?
Well, they're very you can't do much. But you are allowed to, stagger it out and everything, and leaf springs. It's usually just leaf springs against coils, but it seems this year the coils have been doing better with the Monte Carlos and everything.
The coil spring setups would do a little better on the dry slick. That's what was my next question for you. You was talking about you like the heavy tracks, and that's good for a leaf spring car. Now, I'll tell you what, Wyatt, are you going to be running the Thunderstock division next year?
Oh yeah, I'm going to be running it years to come until I get a good sponsor. Eventually, I can go into late models.
How old are you, Wyatt?
I am 18 right now.
18. I thought you sounded kind of young. How long you been racing?
I've been racing for 10 years, 5 years in go-karts and 5 years in stock cars.
Wow, you're very experienced. That's for sure. All on dirt?
Yeah. The go-karts was on pave.
On pave?
But stock cars, I've never been off the dirt.
Right on. You got all kinds of years under your belt, that's for sure. All right, Wyatt, we're going to get ready to talk to your buddy Brad. You got anything you want to say to Brad before we get him on the phone?
No, I'm pretty much okay. I don't know him that well. I just know him from another driver at the track.
Well, when we put
drivers, so.
That's very good. When we put the message out there on the Cushion's Facebook page, I know you're one of the ones that suggested Brad. So, any questions that you'd like to hear Brad answer?
Yeah, what does he do to keep his car so sticky on that track?
I don't think he'll answer us, but we'll for sure ask it. I promise you that we'll ask it. All right, Wyatt,
okay.
we're gonna have to get out of here and head to a commercial, and we'll keep up with you. We'll check in with you again next season and see how you're going on. I want to hear more about what's going on up there at Oshweekend Speedway. That's for sure. So,
okay.
With that, thanks for being on Raceaholic Racewear, and we look forward to catching up with you soon, my man.
Okay, thank you.
All right, thanks you. All right, there you have it, folks. There's Wyatt Van Wart from Cambridge, Ontario, Canada, and we'll be right back after this commercial.
A new car, truck, or SUV could be waiting right around the corner for you. All you have to do is stop by Brian Bowman Chrysler Dodge Jeep in Seymour, Indiana, or give them a call toll-free at 877-818-0231 to speak with their knowledgeable staff. Their new and pre-owned inventories feature some of today's latest and most sought-after models. Already have your dream car in mind? Well, head on over to BowmanAutoGroup.com, fill out the car finder form. Not only will they locate your dream vehicle, but they will get it on their lot so you can give it a test drive. Be sure to check out their specials page while you're there with the latest promotions and offers, and feel free to explore financing options through their dealership. Brian Bowman Chrysler Dodge Jeep. They're all about the customer, so stop by and let them prove their commitment to exceptional service. And while you're there, let them know On the Cushion sent you.